Okay, so directions for today's assignment. On these first three, they already have the type of transformation that is happening, so you were just picking from the vocab words which one fits what these drawings are, okay? On these two, there was something, if you can remember, because this is going to occur on several of your worksheets, that must occur in order for a translation to happen. So we talked about there was two things that must always occur. And really, both of those answers go on here, okay? One of them is just more specific than the other one. So you can actually, if you read the directions, it'll explain what you're writing on those. Okay, 6 and 7, you are going to use your compass to do the constructions. Okay, so compass on this one, compass on this one. Okay, so this is the one where you're reflecting. So if you need to put points on there to do it, you're really reflecting these 3 points. This one is on the line, so you're reflecting this one. Okay, so this will be the one where you'll open it up further the line, swing so it crosses 2 spots, and then whatever that opening was, you did the swing, then you'll go to where it crossed, swing, go to where it crossed, swing, and then that one is that new point. Okay, and then do the same thing for that one. So this one's like the triangle one that we did in the notes. Okay, so you're just reflecting this one, and this one. You don't have to reflect that one because it's on the line of reflection. Okay, so make sure you shade this one because this one will be on top of the original. Okay, this one you are not using a compass because you actually don't have points. I just want you to sketch what it would look like if it's reflected. And the same thing on these 3. You're just going to sketch. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect because we talked about with reflections, there's something that happens to letters when it gets reflected. Okay, all right, so there's that page. Okay, then this page, again, they're part of a reteach, okay? There's only 3 problems that you're doing down here. Okay, so this one, you are going to use the tracing paper that was given to you, and this is just like what we did on the notes and what we did on yesterday's assignment, okay? You're going to trace everything that's here and then do the translation. So translation needs to slide, okay? And then just somehow either staple or tape it to your paper so that we can find it when we grade it. Okay, this one you are going to rotate, and you're going to rotate it 45 degrees. Okay, and I don't care if you go clockwise or counterclockwise. Please make sure you shade your shape because it'll be on top of this one. Okay, and then this one you are reflecting using your compass. Okay, so this is just like what we talked about on the other page when you reflect. Okay, so that you will open it up so that you have the arc that goes through here, whatever that opening is, then you're going to go across, right, and then go to the other one and cross, and then that would be your new A prime. Okay, and then connect. Okay, then this page, you are actually going to do it on this paper here. Okay, so this one says you're going to reflect it over the x-axis. So here's the x-axis. So really what you're doing is this gets reflected down to here. So it went up 2, so now it would come down 2. So this would be where your I prime would be at. Okay, and then your J, right, is going to come down, so it's up 1, it'll come down 1, and that'll be your new J prime, and then L will be up here, okay, for you to connect to. And then when you get to the y-axis one, now the shape is being reflected over this way. Okay, so I is on the line of reflection, so you don't have to worry about that one. I and I prime are the same. But now J, okay, it is over 1, 2, 3. So that means when it gets reflected over, it's going to be over here at 3. Okay, and that'll be where your J prime is at. Okay, so now you got to do the same thing for K. Will be over here so that you can connect and draw the shape. Okay. This, you're just naming the parts that they're looking for. Okay, what the new things are. So name the images of angle C and F prime. So angle C, so over here is now angle C prime. And angle F here is now going to be angle F prime. So you're just looking to see where it is at. Okay, now for sides, so this has 4 sides, so that means you're going to list the corresponding sides to this one. So that means that CD, it's a side, so it's a segment, would correspond with C prime, D prime. Okay, now list another side. So you'll have 4 pairs, okay, when you're listing those out. And then you would do the same thing here, other than now you have 3 sides versus 4. And then the same thing there. This one is just like this one. You will do it on here. Just make sure you label with your prime marks what the new image is. Okay, then on this one here, you're going to cross off the word asymmetry, and you're going to ask, it's just a yes or no question, are these drawings rigid? So if you don't remember what rigid means, you need to look that vocab word back up. So these are just yes or no questions, if they're rigid or not. Okay, then this one down here is what you're going to use your graph paper for. Okay, so if you need more graph paper, it's up front where the staplers are at. Okay, so you're going to have 4 different graphs. Okay, so don't put it right in the middle of your graph paper. Like, you can probably fit at least 2 of these on here. Okay, so I'm graphing. Okay, my first one, so 2, 4. So this is 0, so they're both positive, 2, 4. So I'm going to go over 1, 2, up 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is my first coordinate, T. And really what you're doing is what we were doing here. Okay, they're just telling you where the lines of reflections are at. Okay, then A would be a -3, -4. So -3, 1, 2, 3, -4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's your A. And then B is 0, -4. So 0, -4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's your B. Okay, so this is our original drawing. Okay. And what they want you to do on number 9 is reflect it over the x-axis. Okay, so remember, this is your x-axis. So this, when I reflect it, is going to come down here. It's like kind of like folding, other than you're going to tell me where the new coordinate is at. So that means it's going to come straight down from this. So this goes up 1, 2, 3, 4. So then you're going to come down 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is where my new T prime is at. Okay, and then vice versa. Now these, when it gets reflected over the x-axis, right? So it's down here, it's going to come up here. Okay, so it should come however far down, you're going to go up. Okay, and then you're just going to connect and reshade. Okay, so then you'll start over, graph the next one, okay, and then you're going to reflect it over the y-axis. And then start over, graph the original on number 11, and then this time they're telling you that the line of reflection is where x is at -3. So if this was the one that I graphed, x is at a -3, so on the x line, 1, 2, 3, this is your new line of reflection. Okay, so that means, let me draw this. That would mean that A is on the line of reflection. So that means this B, when it gets reflected over, if it's over 1, 2, 3, then you're going to come over this way, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that would be your new B prime. And A stays on the line of reflection. Okay, so A is A prime. And then now you'll just have to figure out how far T is away from that line. Okay, and then you'll just make sure you go over this way to connect your shape. Okay. For this one, number 12, where y is at 4, if this was your original y, so this is my original graph, so don't look at this one because that was the last problem. Where y is 4, this would be 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is your new line of reflection. So that means when I reflect this drawing and it comes up here, right, T is on the line of reflection. It's just going to be these that are up here. Okay, so however far it is away from that, then you'll count going up that way to connect to. Okay, so if you have any questions, hold them for when I come back tomorrow. Thank you.